Hey there. Okay, so from the title, you can tell what I'm going to be talking about today. I have decided to go ahead and try and conceive for first time, and I thought it would be really cool to go ahead and share it and talk about it. I definitely hope I can look back at it and see everything I went through, and at the same time, maybe, help give some information out to somebody. Now, I am 28. I was on birth control for many years. So when I first decided that, well, I shouldn't say when my boyfriend and I decided we wanted to start trying, I did go to my gyno and talked a little bit about it. And she did let me know that, this could be a month or it could be a year because of the amount of time that I had been on birth control. So we went ahead and I got off birth control. And at first we kind of decided just to try, no math, no formulas, no calculating, nothing. Plain old baby dancing. We really haven't had any success up to now. So this time we're taking it up a notch and we're going to go at this a little bit more actively. In preparation for that, I've done my research, I've looked up things. I'm trying to help this out as much as I can on my end. And hopefully it'll work. I thought it would be great to kind of record the journey and share it. So the first thing I did was that when we got off birth control, I started to monitor my cycle. I wanted to understand what my actual ovulation cycle was because I had been on birth control for so long. I wasn't sure if it was my actual cycle. So to do that, the first thing I did was I downloaded the Glow app, which I will link below so you guys can take a look at it. It's very user friendly. You calculate your last period. You put when you've, anything that that will help it better calculate your cycle for you based on your last few periods. It will give you an ovulation cycle that it thinks is yours, and then give you the days when you're ovulating and when you should have your menstrual period. I think it's pretty accurate, but I'm here looking to pinpoint the ovulation days because it's really down to these 2-3 days, right? So after I got the app and I started monitoring it, it was pretty accurate about my menstrual days. So I figured it was pretty accurate about my ovulation days. But to really be sure, I actually went ahead and I did my ovulation test. Now, I don't know if I'm lazy or if I just couldn't get it. I personally went ahead and purchased the digital ovulation test. I know it's more expensive, and we're all looking out for money, right? So what I actually am doing is I am using the app, and about a day or two before ovulating, I'll use it. Or a day or two before it says I'm ovulating, I'll go ahead and use it. And usually that way I won't have to use a lot of them. The other thing is that you might have to buy a few of the little tests. So this is the one. See how it might be a little hard to get it close. I will put it down below so you guys can take a look. And the way it comes is that this is pretty much what you're going to use the whole time. Sorry, I think it's the light. Oh. Okay. Maybe there. Okay, so there's little tests. You're going to put them in. You're going to do your ovulation test. And then it will tell you here, whether you're pregnant. Whether you're ovulating or you're in your fertile cycle or not. So it's pretty clear, I don't know if you guys, bad lighting. You can kind of see right there up here on the test, it tells you what you can expect to see. Nothing high or peak, which is what we're going for. So it's pretty good to kind of help you get down to the nitty gritty. You don't have to be looking at pink lines or anything. I was just trying to get down to it, but I understand not everybody could do that. I figured this would help me out because I'm just trying to get to know my body a little better. The other thing, of course, that we started to do, and I did this right away once I got off my birth control, is I started to take prenatals. So currently, these are the ones I'm using, which are the 1-a-day prenatals. The reason I got these were because they, they did have, I think, everything that I was seeing in other brands. I kind of did a comparison at the store. I reviewed it online as well, and they all had pretty much the same thing. So I was kind of looking for a good price to quantity ratio. This wasn't bad. This was pretty decent. I used their normal women vitamin, so I also thought that was really good. What else? The other good thing about these that I have liked is that they haven't made me feel bad. I tried another one previous to doing this one, and it made me feel sick to my stomach and gassy and just all around weird. The other ones I was using were gummies, so I wasn't sure if maybe it's because they were gummies and it was giving me that bad effect. Same track of things I've bought to kind of help us out was, and this is a little TMI, but I have heard that KY jelly is not the greatest in terms of lubrication when needed. So you should definitely look for one that is good for fertility. So I went ahead and purchased the Preseed fertility friendly personal lubricant. I personally need this sometimes, and I did read on it, and it definitely seems to, want to compare to actual personal lubricant. And it is not a problem for sperm as opposed to KY jelly, which did have, a lot of reviews saying of some of the damages that it can cause to the sperm. So, why not try it, right? So it does come like this. It does come. I'm gonna try and put it as close as I can. So it's like this, and this is like the little tube thing inside. What you also get in here are like applicators to kind of make this a little bit easier. There's 3 in here, brings 9. So you're going to take it out, turn it into this, obviously take off the cap. You're gonna fill it up to where you think you need it to, and then this is what you'll use to insert it into you. So I actually think it's a really good idea. You don't have to get your hands dirty. You don't have to fuss with this. I think this is a great idea. So obviously once you use it, you throw them out. It brought 9. So I will be trying these out. Along those lines of things that I purchased, this was just me, I think, having doubts, wondering, what the heck? Why is it taking so long? I went ahead and also purchased Ovaboost. I'm trying to put it up close. I'll link it down as well. But it's supposed to help with your egg quality. And even though it's technically designed more for women over 30, there were amazing reviews on this online and in a lot of places of the help that it's given women of any age. And it is also supposed to help with the ovulation cycle, having a healthy, normal ovulation cycle, especially for some of us that maybe we don't have a normal cycle. I've thought for years that I had a normal cycle, but then again, I was on birth control for a long time, so I really don't know. It's been so long that in 4 months I cannot give you a clear answer. The thing about this is, just to share with you guys, is it brings 120 pills because you do drink 4 a day. So it's not 1 a day or something like that. It's these 4 really, really big things, guys. And one of the ingredients is melatonin. And if you guys know about vitamins, that's gonna be my dog, sorry. If you guys know anything about Gordo. If you guys know anything about vitamins, then you will know melatonin is what's actually used in like ZzzQuil and stuff like that to help you sleep. So you do want to be careful with this. I take them at night before going to sleep or after my like dinner, because it'll make me extremely sleepy, guys. Like, I will be out for a few hours. So this is not something I recommend you take in the middle of the day. The person that recommended it to me said melatonin had absolutely no effect on them. That was them. But I will be out for a while. In terms of stuff that I've purchased, I think that's about it. I am doing a few other things to kind of help out that are not items that I've purchased. Number one major factor is the stress. I have a very high level stress job, and I am really trying to keep it at a minimum, not let it affect me as much as I would. You know, just after work, get out, and at work, handle what I can handle. The other thing I've gone ahead and done is I have reduced my coffee or caffeine intake. I am a coffee fan. I am a coffee's acceptable at any hour kind of person. And I have read over and over, you know, the effects of it. So I have brought it down. I don't think there's anything bad against it. I mean, if I do end up pregnant, I need to bring it down anyways. Why not start now? So I want to say I was maybe having anywhere from 3 to 4 coffees a day. I'm bringing it down to 1.5. Okay. If it's not enough, then I will do 2, but at least I brought it down by half. Or, you know, I'm really trying to stick to the 1.5 kind of rule. The other thing that I am also doing is reducing my allergy pills. I am allergic to like dust and environmental things, and I've noticed that, you know, if I'm careful and I'm cautious, I don't need to take it. But I did read, and a lot of allergy pills actually do have an ingredient that will prevent or make it even harder for you to get pregnant. Things like Benadryl and Singular, they have that ingredient. So you want to be careful with that, because maybe you're doing everything, but the fact that you're taking that into your body might be decreasing your egg quality, or might be decreasing the ability to get pregnant. Excuse me. Along with that, I know it is silly, but after the baby dancing, legs stay up, guys. Like up. Like I am head down, legs up type of style. It's kind of just, you know, get the flow going down there. I won't do it for long, 10 minutes tops, but I've done so much research on this, and I've heard this so many times and so many places. I don't think it'll hurt. Along with, I think, stress and the decreasing caffeine intake, I am a big believer that your nutrients and what you're bringing into your body has a lot to do with how you feel. So I am not the worst eater in the world, but I can always be a little bit better. So one of my major things that I have done is to incorporate fruits and vegetables every day. At least 1 fruit, 1 vegetable. Minimum amount you can take in, okay? For a fruit, I'll have an apple a day, or an orange, something like that. And then for my meals, then I'll just have some broccoli and carrots. I mean, that's easy. You can buy in the produce section and steam it. So I think that's also been really good. Just overall for my body, it helps it. The last thing I'm doing, and this is just because it's, again, important to know your body and to know where you stand, is I scheduled a visit with my gyno so we can go a little bit more down into the nitty-gritty and do the testing that we would need to do to make sure that there isn't anything I need to account for or anything to look at. So I'm gathering my family history and getting that ready to take it to her, and having her check me out and evaluate and see if there's anything that I need to know about when trying to conceive and get pregnant that, you know, maybe I didn't know or maybe I wasn't thinking about. And I can't stress how important I think that is. I've had friends that thought it was always going to be easy and didn't know that they would have any issues, and then they've gone to the gyno and they've heard, you know, you have a challenge here or you need this, and, you know, that just gives you an answer that you need. I hope, you know, some of these things are useful. I hope the products I mentioned are useful. I will definitely keep recording this is the first month that I am taking the Ovaboost. I do want to take it for a whole full month, I think, to see, you know, how I feel and how it goes. And this will be the first time that we use the preseed as well. But other than that, I think I'm just gonna keep trying some of these things and definitely monitoring and getting to know my body and sharing it along with you guys. Any questions or any comments, please share them down below and I will get back to you. Thanks.